Welcome back to the 6th episode of the Bois Only Podcast. Keeping it low profile again this week. Just me and Jalen hanging out. No, this week I think went pretty good. It was a little busy with work and stuff, but you're feeling it today.
Dude, I'm so tore up right now. I feel like absolute crap.
So you guys went to the corn maze last night.
Yeah, we went to Fritzler's. And we did that, the haunted corn maze.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I don't know if you know this, but dude, I hate that stuff.
I hate it.
I do not
I've only ever been to one.
I don't like any of those like jump scares and stuff like that. Like, I absolutely hate it. And I kept trying to tell everybody that.
Yeah.
And nobody's listening, you know? And so we go, and we're going through the corn maze, and at the beginning, like, it's just the cornfield.
Yeah, just the corn maze. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is easy, bro. Like, I'm gonna get through it.
Well, have you ever been to Fritzler's ever?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
When I went, I think when I was like 12 with cousin Jacob.
Oh, okay.
And when I went with the church group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with the church group.
With the youth club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went through the corn maze, and that was okay. But then they had like this big, like, floatable haunted person. It was like you went through his body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I remember I got so scared, dude, that I started crying.
This is when you were 12 or yesterday?
Freaking out. Yeah, bro. I got so scared, and I started crying, and Jacob had to like take me out of a back door.
He's quite pissed.
Dude, I was like, and they were like, "What happened to you?" And I was like, he kind of like covered for me. He's like, "No, like, we just had to get out like real quick, Dude, I was crying, and like I was so sad. But yeah, so then it kind of like brought me PTSD when I went back there. So I went back, and the first part of the corn maze, it wasn't too bad. It was just a couple people like in the corn, just and then we pull up, dude, and they have like these bunch of different trailers that you have to walk through. And dude, there was a couple of them where I literally stopped, and I'm like, I'm not going in there, dude. Like, I am not going in there. There's this one where I was telling Kat, it was like a refrigerator, and it had like a dead person in the refrigerator and stuff like that. And I was like, nope, I'm not going in there. And they literally had to drag me to go in there, dude. I was freaking out.
And how many were in your guys' group?
8 of us.
8? Okay.
Yeah. And I had a buddy, his name's Lewis, and he was going first through everything.
Dude, screw that, bro.
He was going first through everything, because I told him, I was like, bro, I'm not, because they're all, dude, you're so big, like, we could all just like hide behind you. And I'm like, I don't care, bro. Like, I'm not going first. And so he ended up going in front, and then there was a couple times where he's like, nah, I'm not going, because it was so dark. Like, there were places that it was so dark you couldn't even see like what is in front of you, and you have to walk through these little you have to like keep moving all these curtains and keep going through it. And I was like, dude, I'm so scared right now. And Kat was walking me through it, because I was like, bro, I cannot do it right now. And after, they're talking crap to me. They were like, oh, all this big, and I was like, dude, I literally told you guys.
Yeah, that's the word from
the start.
And they're like, nah,
that I cannot do this. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think it's just like how we were like raised. Like, we never had any scary movies. We never went to haunted houses. Like, Mom, she never allowed any of those in the house.
There's that story of how Mom, Dad, and their friends watched The Exorcist, and it scared Mom so much that she made Dad take the movie out of the house, because she said the movie was possessed. That's how scared the movie was.
That's what happened with me in The Conjuring. Did you know that?
No.
So I went with some buddies, and then we invited some girls over to the house, and we were in the entertainment center, and on the bottom, we had a really big couch, and then those bean bags, and we were watching it, and I paid $20 to buy the DVD.
Oh, you bought it?
I bought it.
Oh, hell no.
And I invited everyone over. We were chilling, and it was pretty scary. I hated it. But I told Mom right as soon as we were done. We all went upstairs, and the girls left, and the guys. We were talking to Mom, and I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "We just watched The Conjuring." She's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Jalen, you get that movie and you get it out of my house. I swear to God, do not be bringing stuff like that in here. Don't be bringing those bad vibes into my house." And I'm like, what? It's a movie. Like, what are you talking about? I literally had to give it to one of my friends.
Wow.
Yeah, she made me give it up. I was like, God damn, that freaking sucks. But
no, yeah. Des and I just got together, so I was 16, 17, and all her friends were like, "Oh, let's go to the haunted corn maze," and I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I think the first year. It was the second year Des and I together. The first year I was like, I'm not going. And Des like, come on. I'm like, nah, bro. I like you like that, but chill out, bro. I don't like you that much. And I was like, I ain't doing it. So then she went. Well, in the following year, all her friends were like, let's go. And I was like, dude, don't. Des like, I'll pay for it. Let's just go. And I was like, dude, I don't want to go. I hate this stuff. I don't want to do it. And so finally they convinced me to go, so I went and we did the corn maze. And no one told me that it was just a normal corn maze. So the whole time I'm on edge, thinking that these people still was a haunted corn maze. I'm assuming the corn maze is haunted, right? So I'm expecting the whole time, and then we get there, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And then there's like, oh no, we're going to the haunted house now. And I'm like, what? Hold on, what are we talking about? So then we get into the areas where you walk in and they get you situated. And I don't know if it was the same or not, but there's this big fat zombie guy. And he's like, okay, you're coming into Fiddler's, Scream Acres or something like that. And he's like, what are you doing over there? It's a video, right? He's like, what are you doing over there? You in the green hoodie. And he's calling, it's like someone's behind the thing, and he's calling him out, bro. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? Hell no. I was like, no way. So then finally we went in there, and I remember one of Desiree's friends, Des was one of the people in the middle, and I was to the back. I'm brought up. So one of her friends and me were the scariest. So I would holding on to this girl, nah, bro, I'm not going through. So, or I was the dude that just would walk through. I'm not sitting there to get scared. I'm walking through, dude. I'm like, screw this. I've never been back to a scary house. I've only done one. That was the only one I ever done. Never going back.
And I kept trying to tell them, I was like, yo, I'll just sit outside and wait for you guys. There's a beer garden that they have there. And I was like, I might just go there. But
it's cool now that we're older, and older than 21.
Yeah. There. But I was a driver, so I was like, well, I can't do that, And then Kat, she paid for the tickets ahead of time, so I was like, God damn! So I really have to go in down, dude. And, I was my heart was racing so bad.
I believe it.
And it's funny because these are all people, my friends that I used to work with at my last job.
Yeah.
And I told them, I'm like, I have no problem clearing houses with actual threats of people trying to kill me. But this, I cannot do. I can't do it. And they're like, are you serious, dude? You literally had to deal with people trying to kill you. And I was like, yeah, dude, I just, and I know that it's not real. I know that they can't touch me. I know that, but it's just I don't know. We saw there's ones with clowns, and they were coming at you, and kids. They're literally kids that are working.
They like that stuff, bro. They like
and they're
weird like that.
They're dressed like dolls and stuff. And they're like, hello, and I'm like, oh, in the face, dude. They're like, one of them was like, come stay with us, and I was all, no, I'm not staying. I'm leaving.
Yeah, and I've watched a couple of scary movies where the whole point of the scary movie is that they're in the theater, they're walking through the scary house, and then this girl is getting legit murdered.
Yeah, dude.
But everyone's in a scary house, so they're not thinking anything
exactly.
of it.
That's what I kept thinking last night.
Scary part, bro, because there's legit been ones where stories of people were the decorations were hanging people.
Yeah.
And they were legit hanging people, bro. That's stuff. And those are the ones in Kentucky and Fritzler's is pretty. It's been around for years. It's the pop-up ones they say are the ones that do that. The pop-up ones are really, really bad. But yeah, Desiree's family, they're all into that. They love going to those things. I've always hated them. We never went to them. We're going to go to next weekend we're gonna go to Fritzler's to take Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
And Des like, oh yeah, like it's $30 a person. And I was like, what the fuck did you buy? Hold on. And she's like, oh, I just bought. We're just doing like the stuff there. And I was like, I was telling Des, I ain't picking no fucking pumpkins. Like, what do I need to get paid? What do you get paid me for?
Not even the year.
Yeah,
not even the year. I can't remember any of that.
I was like, well, what am I paying for to get picked? She's like, well, it's $60. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, why is stuff so expensive, man?
Yeah, it's. I think we paid like $25. I think it was
per person.
Yeah,
but that's just for the screen.
Yeah. So and then my friends, I love them so much.
You surround yourself around losers.
My friends, dude, I love them to death, but damn, bro, they need to watch. Like, I'm very I want to be on time.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
sure.
Except for today, I showed up 20 minutes late today because I'm still drunk from last night. It's really bad, but I want to go. I want to get there. I want to get my money's worth.
Yeah.
So I tell them, I'm like, hey, come to the house at 7 p.m. We'll pregame a little bit. We'll leave at 7:30. We'll get there at 8. It closes at 10. We'll have 2 hours. We can do, they have like the pumpkin shooting thing. They have a couple of games that you can do
setup there. It's a dope setup. Like, the whole thing's cool.
They got to the house at 7:45. 45 minutes late. And then, yeah. And then they text me and they're like, hey, we're just going to get there and we're going to leave right as soon as we get there. I'm like, perfect. We'll get there probably like 8 something. We'll still have the 2 hours. Dude, they come in, Cat's showing them the house.
Oh,
they're like, oh, let's take shots. And then they're like, yeah, the other day we were doing this. I'm like, yo, let's go, bro. Like, let's get out of here. And they're like, well, he needs to go somewhere. I'm like, yeah, we were freaking days, bro. I'm like, we're not gonna have any time. And then we're there, and then it's like, oh, well, I need to use the bathroom. I'm like, god damn it, bro.
Was the line long?
No, so really? It's actually crazy because when we went, there was nobody there.
Oh, that's really good.
There was like
nobody. If I'd have known that, I actually might have gone.
It was not bad at all. Like, well, we showed up, and at first I was like, yo, it's gonna be so packed. We're so late. Like,
yeah.
And we showed up. There was nobody there. The field was like open.
That's
like.
Cool.
And there was no line getting in when we need to get a wristband. There was no line. There was still some kids playing on like the little jumping area that they have and stuff, and the slide. And then we went into the Scream Acres, and then the line. I think we waited in line for that for maybe 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
And we were in.
I've been there before where the line is legit wrapping around the corn maze, like. It's stupid long.
Really?
I've gone there before, but also I've gone like a week before Halloween. That's when it gets stupid slammed. Yeah. But I've gone there and it's been stupid packed. I'm like, dude, what is the point? I never liked that pile of corn where the kids go play at. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when you're going into the Scream Acres, there's a big flagpole,
and
and underneath that flagpole, on the bottom of it, there's a big pile of just corn.
Really?
And the kids go play in it. I'm like, that is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, my buddies that they were there. They were like, "Oh crap! There's still corn on this." They were literally peeling out. They're taking off the corn, bro. Yeah, bro. And they're like, "Hey, you want some corn?" And I'm like, "Dude, focus on what's in front of you. Like, what are you doing right now?"
No, I remember we went to. I went with Noah and Marcus and Jacob, and Jacob was like, "Oh, there's a rule for the corn maze." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You always stay to the left of the corn maze." He's like, you'll eventually find your way out, but because if you just go round and round, like it's just nonstop. So we're like, and he's like, just stay to the left wall. We'll go to the left wall. We're kind of going, and then a dead end hits, and I'm like, it's a dead end. And he's like, no, I didn't say like it's gonna take you out automatically. He's like, stay to the left wall. So we went to the whole left wall. So ever since then, I was like, yo, we stay to the left wall. We're staying to the left wall. We're going about it.
Well, and I thought like back in the day, I thought that it was an actual maze, and if you mess up, you have to go back through the haunted area. But the haunted corn maze, it's literally just straight.
It's straight shot. It takes you right out. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the regular maze is where it's like, if you take the wrong turn, you're in there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. So
yeah, I've never been a big maze fan either. Those things. I remember
I'm just too dumb, bro.
Yeah.
I'm too dumb for those things. Like I have my memory so bad. So I'm like,
did we go to see this?
did we do this? No, we didn't do this. We did like 4 times.
When we did the scary one, there's a dude. He's like, oh god, no, god damn it! And I'm like, bro, how do I get out of here? And he's like, with his mask, he was just like, take 2 lefts. I was like, thank you. We just walked away.
Well, it is funny because there's some kids that came in right after us, and they came up right behind us, dude. It scared the crap out of me. And then I was like, hey, you guys can go in front of us. Like, we're going too slow. Dude, I was literally like shuffling through the whole way. I was so scared.
Yeah, I would too.
And they were like, no. You guys stay in front of us. Like, we'll go with you guys. And then at the end, so close to the end, there was like the bunch of like haystacks or whatever. And they went a different way. So they went right, we went left. And then we ended up meeting up at the end. And then we're like, hey, you guys go like in front of us. Like, yo, you guys are like young. Like, you guys should want to do this. And so then they went in front of us. And dude, my buddy, he got behind them and he's like, They started running. Bro, they took off. Dude. They freaking took off and they ran out. And then, they bring out the chainsaw guy, dude.
I hate that. I hate
bro. And then one of them, I left Cat. I left her. And then there's like a couple of them where I was like, take her instead. Yeah, dude. It was, and they probably all like look like, yo, this dude's big. But he's the scariest. He's the scariest one out of all of them. So I'm like, I know. Like, you got me. I could tell. I'm like, you got me, bro. Like, that was a good one. But one of them actually hit my buddy.
Oh.
So there was like what are those things called? When you like spin, like those little plays.
Like the carousels?
Yeah, the carousel. So dude was on there and he's like hanging out of it. And then and my buddy he had taken a couple shots before we went. So he's all like talking and joking and stuff and he's all looking and I'm like, watch out. Dude, they just freaking head to head, just boom, bro. And he got out of character obviously and then he rolls back around and he's like, hey, are you alright, man? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
That scares me more when they're out of character and they're dressed like that. That scares me more. Because it's just like a pig man, just like, hey, dude, are you all right?
Whatever we do. It was like a circus. Like all those people from the circus that were there, and we walk up and they're just waiting for you, bro. And like they're like, and they have like those funny laughs or fake laughs. And, dude, I cannot do. Yeah.
When we went too, it's weird because I obviously, like I said, I've only been to one, but I would assume maybe yours was better when you came this time. But like it didn't have a theme when we went. Like each trailer was something different, which was a little cool, but a little different because like one of them was a Nazis, like a legit COD Nazi zombies room.
Yeah, so I was telling Kat when I went the last time, they had the zombies, but that was because Call of Duty was big at the time. So that's when we did that part. But I mean,
quick little, how good was Call of Duty Nazi Zombies? Bro?
It was good, bro.
The OG stuff, like the dude.
I love Call of Duty
game.
Well, dude, remember we used to play. Okay, so we used to play Call of Duty Zombies for so long. So I wear contacts.
So do I.
You wear contacts, and we would play for hours, and we would play so long that they would dry out.
Yeah. And we'd be like handing the contact solution to each other.
Yeah, we'd have to put in solution into our eyes because we were seriously like.
Well, that's back too when you had the room in the basement and you had the big TV in the basement, and you were sitting in front. Dude, that's why we had terrible vision.
Yeah, that's worse. I like the last time that we had set up. I took my glasses off, but I couldn't see anything on the screen, and it's like 4 feet away from me.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, dude, Call of Duty was
that was the stuff.
The best, and they're coming out the new one.
Yeah, it's all.
And they're supposed to bring back zombies, but like the actual gameplay of zombies, not the new ones that they have.
The actual game. I remember when I was like a senior in high school, I think it was, is when they came out with it's called Zombie Chronicles, when they remastered all the old zombies, like Killer Toe and all those, the OG ones.
Yeah.
And I got that, and I remember I played it a crazy amount to where Dez was like, I was still playing it where I'd play for like 2-3 hours and I'd still keep going and I'd pause the game, go out, come back home, put unpause. Cause I play solos. I would play solos by myself.
Really?
Just playing, bro. Just nonstop.
I can never do solos.
I got into it because I was too broke to pay for PSN because I spent like $30 on the Zombie Chronicles.
Yeah.
And I was like, screw it, bro, I'll just play by myself. And then when I started playing online,
yeah,
people suck, dude.
Dude, they do
suck. You get down.
And there's some people that they have terrible plans.
Yeah.
They have terrible gameplay, and then it's like, no
mics. They're not talking to you.
Yeah, and they're doing their own thing. They open these doors that I don't want open. They buy these guns, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, there has to be some structure to us playing right now, and you're messing up. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, that was a little weird. But yes, Call of Duty Zombies was sick. Then what did you guys do after? Because you're telling me you're drunk, but that whole story at that point, you didn't take a sip of alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't sip any alcohol because I was driving. I drove everyone. We loaded the Yukon, bro. The Yukon, I just and so then we come back, and when we get back, we're sitting there, and I open up a Twisted Tea, I drink it. That goes down so easy.
It's so good.
And then I open another one, and then I bought a bottle of Casamigos. And so I take with my buddy Lewis and his friend. I think I take about 4 shots.
Oh my god!
And then I drink about 4 or 5 Twisted Teas, and then they ended up having to leave because they're selling they're selling dogs.
Oh,
Cavapoos, the same that we have with Harry.
Yeah.
And so they have these dogs. They have like 7 dogs, I think, puppies, and they get a call from their mom and from her mom, and he's like, "Hey, these dogs pooped everywhere.
Oh,
everywhere, like, and it's like running,
so
it's like shooting out of their butt, and
sucks.
It's like going like She said that she put puppy pads everywhere.
Yeah.
And the dogs, they rip up the puppy pads. They bite them and tear them up, so it's literally all over the garage. Ugh. So then they had to leave. So then I called my buddy Derek, and he was drinking too. So then I'm like, "Yo, bro, like, where were you? Like, you're supposed to come." And he's like, like, I was drinking. So then he brings out a Twisted Tea. So I bring out a Twisted Tea. He brings out a shot. I bring a shot. And I'm like, another shot? Another shot? Dude, I think I drank, I think it got down to like 3/4. Oh. There's like 1/4 left. Oh. And so I wake up this morning, probably like 8 a.m., and the room is spinning, bro. And I told Kat, I'm like, why didn't you cut me off? She's like, I did. I tried cutting you off. I tried telling you to stop drinking, but you and freaking Derek just kept drinking. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. I was like, so even like to get here, I told Kat, I'm like, you need to drive me. I can't even drive right now. It's so bad.
Nah. So yeah. Ever since we did the drunk questions, I haven't drinking like that because I got that tore up. That was bad. I still.
Well, and that's the problem with me, bro. Like
sometimes they just go down, bro.
And when I have that mindset of like, all right, I'm drinking. Yep. Then I drink, dude. But like when I have the mindset, I'm like, I'm not drinking. I won't drink at all. I will not touch any alcohol. I won't even drink a beer. But then I'm like, once I get to the house, bro, I'm drinking.
It's game on, yeah.
It's game on, And we sat there and talked for like an hour and a half maybe when we got back. No, maybe 2 hours because they left at midnight. And then I called Derek, and then we were on FaceTime for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Sometimes I premeditate what I'm gonna drink.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, I tell Desiree like this year I was like, hey, 4th of July, I'm getting drunk. And she's like, what? And I'm getting drunk 4th of July. And she's like, okay. And I was like, but just so you know, like, I'm getting drunk. And she's like, okay. And then we started playing games and stuff, and we'll get into that right now. We started playing games, and I think I downed 20 beers that night. That's the most beers I've ever drank in my life. And because I was just chugging them all. Oh, because we were playing games. And Martin, shout out Martin, he got peach Bush Lights. And dude, They're
I
like
don't
they
know.
taste like peach soda, dude. They're so good. Maybe I was already drunk, that's why. Because I was drinking those, and then another buddy showed up and he brought freaking Dos Equis, and I ain't never drinking Dos Equis before. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, let me have one of those Equis. So he gives me one of those, and I'm drinking those, and then I'm drinking Happy Dads, I'm drinking Twisted Teas, and dude, I was mixing everything. And surprisingly, I woke up the next morning, but because I didn't drink any alcohol, I just drank
Like
beer
liquor?
and Twisted Tea. Yeah, no
Yeah.
liquor. I just drank beer and Twisted Teas. I woke up like, cool.
Yeah.
But then Dez got me this burger, and I remember taking a bite. I'm like, oh, this is so good. But I was already playing games, and then Dez like, I threw your burger away, and I was like, why? She's like, well, it fell. She's like, it fell, so I had to throw it away. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm already like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm hungry. What we got? And I'm like, I don't know. So I go, and they just had hot dogs. And I was like, I downed like 3 hot dogs, bro, because I didn't eat nothing all day. I didn't eat nothing all day. So I ate 3 hot dogs, and then we go and we do fireworks, and we're doing more shotguns and hanging out. And then months later, not like 2 weeks ago now, I was over at my buddy John's house, and his dad, Chris, who's the freaking homie. Chris is he's a man. He's sitting there, and he's buzzed. He's having a time, chilling with us. And he's like, you hungry? And I was like, yeah. Well, they told me they had burgers, but I'll make you burgers. And I'm like, no, Chris, like it's fine, dude. Like, no, it took me like 30 minutes to whip up some burgers. I'll make some burgers, and he's feeling it. And I was like, all right, Chris. So he goes and dude, he just freaking pulls out some meat, like ground beef, and throws a bunch of stuff in a bowl. He puts like Red Hot in it. Yeah, bro. He's making burgers, dude. So he throws down like Red Hot and some seasonings in it, and boom, mixed it up, and he comes back out, and he's, there you go, bro. And I ate it, and I was like, yo, this is freaking bomb, Chris. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, damn, I'm stupid as well, because for 4th of July, I didn't eat any of your burgers, bro. He's like, oh, what? I was like, yeah, dude, so I got made up for it months later. But, yeah, no, he freaking threw down, but he was all free. Chris is awesome, because he'll sit there, and when we were in high school, we'd pull up to his house, to John's house, we'd pull up, and he has a big old red Solo cup, and he'd be sipping on it, and, 18, 19, hey, Chris, like, what are you drinking, man? I forget what he drinks. Something was like 7-Up. Let me taste it. Nah, boys, nah. You guys, I can't. You guys aren't 21 yet. Come on, Chris. Come on, let's. Nah. So then now we're 21. We're like, oh, what you got there now, Chris? But we know he's feeling it because he'll be like sitting there and he's like, you want to play pool? Like, I want to play pool. He smokes us at pool. He's still drunk and he smokes us, but. Nah, he's the homie, dude. He's one of those freaking just those buddies' dads that you always know he's the man, dude.
That's how Tony was.
Really,
bro. Shout out Tony, because we'd go to Jeff's house and we'd be chilling, and we're like, hey, like, get us some alcohol. Not till you're 21. Not till you're 21. Yeah. And I saw him a little after when I was 21, and I was like, hey. You can get us some alcohol or what? And he's like, you are 21 now. I was like, oh shit,
that's sick.
But yeah, it's just different. It's a good time.
Yeah, and then I remember just going over like dads and stuff. Our dad, I was thinking of my buddy Danny, and Danny's older brother is Fabi, who went to school with Patrick, and Dad knows Fabi, but he didn't really know Danny as much. And I'm like, well, that's Fabi's little brother. He's like, oh, he's little Fabi. And I'm like, oh, don't call him that, dude. Like, don't call him that. And he's like, oh no, he's fine. And I'm like, hey, Danny's coming over, and he's like, oh, little Fabi. I'm like, bro, don't call him that. So I'm like, dude, he don't like that. He's like, he likes that. I'm like, no, he doesn't, Dad. And then Danny came over, and he's like, hey, you care that I call you little Fabi? And Danny's like, don't call me that. Oh man,
Danny don't really talk.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's like, I mean, when he's around you guys, or whatever, like,
but around everyone else,
like everyone else, bro, like, when I first met him, I think for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I think I only heard him say like 3 words, and it was like, "Hi."
No, yeah. And then Des says he's the funniest one of your friends. Really? He's super funny. All my friends are pretty funny, honestly. But yeah. So then we'll go back today. This week we're gonna do our top 3, and we're gonna do drinking games. So are you ready? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Drinking games? Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3. I'd probably have to say beer pong for me.
Beer pong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beer pong. And then number 2, I'd probably say King's Cup. I love that game. I freaking love that game. And then number 1 for me, gets the party going. I love it. Gets everyone engaged. Flip Cup.
Ooh.
Flip Cup, dude. That freaking... Everyone started. That's how I love to start. That's how I used to love to start all the parties. Because then you bring everyone, hey, we need more on this team, we need more on that team. And then the trash talk, dude. The trash talk, I love it. Because, there's like so much pressure, they're on the team, they're trying to help them win.
And I got like, one flip.
You're trash. Yeah. You suck. You can't flip it. Like, you're taking forever. And then they're just like, ah. And dude, I'm so good. Like, I'm not trying to brag, but dude, I literally, it's so good. I only do like 2 tries and it's game over, dude. Like, and it's funny because I played this with a couple of old coworkers, and I'm just way better than everybody.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because even with beer pong, I tried telling people, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm not the best.
Yeah.
But I'm good. And when it comes down to those last 3 cups, I'm cashing out, bro.
Yeah.
And that's because, like, when I was in high school and college, that's all we used to play, dude. There's one night that me and Juan Vargas, shout out Juan, if you watch this, we went the whole night at a big house party, undefeated. And it was dark. They had the strobe lights going. And they just kept like, we want next, dude. And
you're like, we
were so good at the time. We were literally calling out cups that we would make.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna make that second right cup right there. And they're like, oh, shut up. And I was like, boom, dude, cash. And then Juan's like, same cup. Juan shot, boom, dude, same cup. And I'm like, dude, like, I kept trying to tell people, like, stop.
Like, we're like this, bro.
Yeah, and then after a while, like, and it's funny because, like, when I play that game, I don't talk to everyone. I don't hang out with everyone. Yeah. I'm just so locked in because I'm so competitive. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to get off the table because we're so hot. After a while, dude, we were destroying everybody. I was like, I'm done. Like, Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
He's like, I think I'm going to go home now. Yeah, literally, that's how it was. I was like, I think I'm going to go home now. But yeah, those are probably my top. I might switch beer pong with King's Cup.
King's Cup's fun, man.
Dude, King's Cup is just... It used to be fun back in the day.
Yeah.
When... if anyone that hasn't played King's Cup, you get a deck of cards. Every single card means something different. And the king, there are 4 kings. So the king, we used to have a big A&W root beer cup. And whatever kind of drink that you're drinking, you have to put into that cup. And when I was at presentation with Curtis and Sean.
Presentation.
Yeah, RIP. And Chandra and Megan and I don't know, Brandon, we used to drink, and I'd have a Budweiser. Sean would have Sailor Jerry's. Chandra would have like a little girls like mixed drink,
jungle juice, something like that.
Yeah, and we would pour all those different ones in there, dude. Oh my god, it was so disgusting. One time I lost, dude, and I had to chug that thing, and I was like, I had to plug my nose and drink, and I was tore up.
There's a TikTok, and it's like, with that one guy playing King's Cup, and he's like, oh man, bro, like this gonna be crazy. And he's like grabbing, he's like, oh, I pulled the king, and he's also rock, and he's dropping stuff, and he's like, oh, you got the king, put that Budweiser in it, bro. And he gets to the end, and he's like, someone's gonna have to drink this, bro. And it's like, oh, there's only 2 cards left, and it's him, and he's like, I ain't drinking this shit. The whole time he's building up. He's just like, I ain't fucking drinking this, bro. Okay, I'll go. I gotta go. My one word. I'll go veteran. I think those are some old school games. They're good games because I pull up, but there's some old school games. My only problem with beer pong is it takes if you're not playing at a good party, it takes so long, dude.
If it's only a kickback or something like that, it's not.
They take so long and stuff. Yeah. So I'll go. Honorable mention is not really a game, but I love doing a shotgun race. Like you see a homie, freaking shout out Dame because you're freaking fast as hell. I don't get over it, dude. You got a homie and you're like, bro, you're golfing or something like that. And you're like, Try to shotgun real quick,
Big
dog?
shotty?
You want to race real quick? And he's like, bro. And then the race comes on, bro, and I'm like, all right, you gotta fucking get this down in, bro. I'm all like, take my breathing. So shotgun races are kind of my honorable mention because I love doing those. Those are fun. Just a little bit of certain dominance. Like, yo, bro, I'm faster than you. I'm better than you. Like, you'll never be anything in life.
And I can't do shotguns anymore. Bro.
I love them. They're fun. Number 3, I'd probably go beer pong. I like beer pong. I tell every time I play it, like, yo, I will get us to the last cup, but I won't hit the last cup. I can't hit it, but I'll knock everything down. Like, I was playing one time, and I was at a graduation party for one of my wrestlers, and they're like, let's play beer pong. I'm like, bro, like, if you guys are drinking, I'm not gonna play with y'all. Like, I can't. I'm about to head out. And they're like, no, we're not drinking yet. Like, or we're not gonna drink at all. You know, shout out Cam. And I was at bros to play, so I played with one of my wrestlers, and I'm like, I will get us all the way there. You just have to hit the last cup, bro. I've been like 9 for 9. Knocked all the cups down. The last cup, I'm like, this is where you lose. But we went, and they almost came back because I was missing so many times, and finally the other kid hit the shot. And I was like, let's go. And I was like, bro, I told you, like, I can't hit that last shot. Number 2, I'll go King's Cup. I love King's Cup. When me and Des used to when we set an apartment with you, every party, towards the middle of the party when like no one was drinking, you know, hey, we gotta get this thing going. It's like, hey, let's play some King's Cup.
It gets everyone involved.
And we play we put the cards inside the beer can.
Yeah.
And sometimes we planned it out ahead of time. We'd buy the tall boy.
Oh, yeah.
The tall boy. So it wasn't like a beer. So we play that. And I remember it's so much fun when you have someone like we played at Auntie Lisa's birthday party.
Yeah.
Like this was like a couple months ago. And Patrick,
bro,
that was behind us. He's played King's Cup a million times, and Patrick's a little faded. You know, he's kind of like he doesn't drink as much. That's a little.
That's the worst I've seen him in years.
Yeah,
years. And like he don't drink like
he's
that.
He's kind of faded. He's played before, and we're like, well, 7 heaven, and Pat's like, yeah, we're last. We're gonna drink, and he's like, bro, why do I have to drink though, bro? It makes no sense. Like, he's getting so frustrated, but it's fun playing with a drunk person.
It is, bro.
The whole time you're just laughing. Or you play like the Thumb Master.
Yeah.
And
they're so oblivious to like everything that's going on around.
The best was Jazzy because I like that. And Des when she plays, she's so locked in. Like she's like, look, and then you're going, and Jazz is like, oh,
well, and then it sucks too because when they make you a partner.
Yeah,
dude, and too. I hate it because I'm like, you got a drink. Yeah. You're like, you're my partner, and I'm like, God damn it, bro.
Yeah, King's Cup, and then number 1, mostly because a couple of my buddies are freaking frat boys. Shout out Martin. Is beer diet. I love beer diet. That's so much fun, dude.
I never played that.
I think if you would have got into it in college, you would have loved it. So I have the board literally right there. That's what we play on, and it's Martin's board, but he never came and got it. So I'm like, bro, I just own this board now. But you just grab a die, and there's 2 cups on each side, and you have 2 cups on each side, and then you go and you throw a die, and there's a line halfway through that board, and you got to throw it over that line at a good height, and then you bounce off the board. If it bounces and falls off the board, that's a point.
Yeah.
If it bounces and they catch it before it hits the board, that's a point. If you miss it, it's nothing. If I bounce it and the dude kicks it, calls FIFA, he kicks it and they catch it, the other team, that's minus a point. If I go and I throw it and I sink it in their cup, they have to chug that. Both teams have to both players have to chug their beer, and then you sink it. It's like, bro, it's like hitting a 3 in freaking like Game 7 of the final, bro. It's the best feeling in the world. It's so much fun.
I played it one time. I wasn't that good at it.
It's so much fun. And then we played it back in the backyard one time we were playing, and you grab when you drink a beer, you grab it and you throw it under the table, and you just build a pile. And we played at 4th of July. Bro, we had a pile going, bro. And it's like you look at the mixture, and it's like because there's some dudes like, oh no, I don't want a banquet. Give me a Truly, or give me this. And you have like Trulies and banquets and Budweisers and all this stuff underneath. It gets fun, but then the hard part of it. So you play the 12. Mm-hmm. Well, once I go and I score 6, you then have to drink your beer at halftime. We switch sides. So then you chug a beer. And then once you score 6, if it's 6-5, and I score, and then you score after, boom, I need to check my beer back after.
Really?
That. So that's halftime. Well, then, first one to 12 wins, you have to chug a beer. So in reality, you're chugging 2 beers per game.
Yeah.
And then if they sink it, you're chugging another beer on top of that. And you have to chug. It's a chug thing. And there's a rule, too, I think, something like that. You got to chug it, and then if you have beer left in it, you got to grab another beer and chug that one. So that's why you play cups, because then it's easier to chug everything.
Yeah.
But Yeah, those are my top 3. I want to get into beer ball. That looks fun. It's we have candy, you throw the ball. That looks a lot of fun.
I've seen that. I saw that on the Beer Olympics with Busting with the Boys.
Which is something I'm thinking about. I want to do because we're talking about beer games. It'd be cool to do a Boys Only Beers Olympics. We could probably get
that'd be dope.
Record it a little bit and stuff. I keep talking about the hard part of it is that I want to compete.
Yeah.
But we would need someone designated sober and be the ref.
It has to probably be like one of the girls or something.
Yeah. And then we would need someone to record, which probably maybe Pat would be down to do. He's not here today. He's out. Freaking, like I said last episode, we're looking for a producer if anyone's available.
My one word would probably be alcoholic.
Yeah, no, that's I like to drink on those ones, and those are the nights when I get into beer games. That's when I get drunk.
Yeah,
those are the nights I get drunk. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, because we're so competitive.
Yes.
Like, and that's why, like now that I'm older, and I play with, most of the people that I hang out with, they didn't really do all that stuff when they were younger. Yep. They just drank. They didn't play these games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for me to explain to these people, like, I don't like playing these games because it brings out a whole other animal in me. And I don't like that. I don't like it, bro. I'm like, and I start talking trash. And, when we play beer pong, there's a bunch of rules. And everyone has different rules.
Yeah,
but my rules that I have, like, there's this thing where, for anyone that hasn't played beer pong, you set it up with 10 cups, like a triangle, and you have these ping pong balls, and you throw them in there. And I used to play, when I first started, you put beer in the cups.
Yeah.
Every single one you make, you have to drink. Now it's water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's stupid because people get away with not drinking.
Yeah, too.
So my thing is, I'll make it, and I'm like, hey, you didn't drink. Take a drink, and I get all like serious. Yeah. I'm like, take a goddamn drink right now, And then if on the last cup, I have 1 cup, this person has 5 cups left.
Yeah,
and I make it, and they're like, oh, well, I get redemption. I'm like, okay. They make 1 cup, and they're like, oh, we're back in. I'm like, no, that's not fair. I made all of these cups. You need to make all of these cups. And if you make all these cups, then we'll go down. And, I play with these guys like these days, and they're like, well, that's stupid. Like, you're taking it too serious. I'm like, that's why I don't play with no one.
I remember playing my freshman year of high school. We went and we're hanging out at a guy's house he used to have big parties. He had a party in the garage. Well, I'm a freshman. I'm playing with some like sophomore. He's drunk, but I don't know why I got put in the team. And I get put up against 2 seniors, Justice and Jacob Bernales, and they're seniors. They're the top
Justice
guys.
Is pretty good.
Justice is good, dude. Well,
him and Pat were pretty good.
This is how freaking good he is. We took him to the freaking end, bro, and we had hit the shot 1-on-1. I hit the shot. I'm a freshman. I'm like, let's go, dude. I'm losing it in the garage. Well, let's go. And Justice is like, no. I get rebuttal. Well, hit your rebuttal, bro. Boom, he sinks it, bro. Oh my goodness. Well, then right when he sinks it, he's like, oh snap, we got overtime. And the dude that's hosting the party, he's like, overtime. Bro, everyone surrounds the table, bro. Dude. Oh my, I'm getting nervous. And I'm all like, oh my God, like this and that. There was a girl that had a crush on. She was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to lose this game now. And then we went to Mesa where you grab the cups and you put the cup on top, and you can't hit the other cup, so you hit the one on top. Bro, I couldn't hit the one on top. They sweeped us in overtime, bro. Damn. And Justin was just like, good try, youngster. Like, next time you can run with the big bucks. I was like, oh, man, dude. And my teammate is just like, faded, bro. And then during that time, we're playing. Well, I remember, and this is a good story, too, is I remember I'm sitting there, and Patrick is there, and he's got a big bottle of freaking Fireball. And he's walking around, and he sees Bobby, and he's like, there's like, Hallerhead. It's probably like, half almost, right? Mm-hmm. A little under half. And he's telling Bobby, like, Bobby won't chug all this. And Bobby's a sophomore, and Bobby's like, Patrick, you don't do that. And Pat's like, well, you won't chug it. So freaking Bobby goes, boom. Oh, it's like a steamroll doing the whole thing, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm like, no, dude, no. Well, then later that night, I'm hanging out, we're playing beer pong, and I'm back and playing, and they're, hey, dude, like, yo, Bobby needs you. And I'm like, what? Like, yo, Bobby needs you. And I'm like, oh. So then I go over and I run over and I'm like, what's up, dude? Bobby's just like,
oh my God.
Lorenzo, I'm only going to listen to Lorenzo. And I'm like, Bobby, what's going on? Lorenzo. I'm like, bro, it's fucking Lorenzo. And he goes, I'm drunk. And I'm like, bro, I know. So then we had to put him in the truck, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, bro, Bobby, lay down. Like, lay down. And he's like, no, I'm fine like this. He's sitting in the truck like that. And I'm like, Bobby, like, you're going to choke on your freaking throat. Bro, stop. And he's like, I'm fine. Well, then I'm like, I can't leave this guy. So I'm sitting there with him in the truck. And then he's just like, no.
Oh, my God.
So I open the thing, and I put his seatbelt on. So he goes, and I'm leaning him outside of his truck, and he's just like, and he's just like, I'm so tired, Lorenzo. I'm so drunk. And I'm like, dude, oh my goodness, Bobby. So then we get him home and this and that. But yeah, I remember that. That's all going on while I'm trying to freaking play beer pong. But yeah, no, those are fun. Those nights, those high school when you're young, because it's like different. Because then you go back and like, damn, bro, I was really like 18 years old doing stuff like that. But when you're 14, you're hanging out with the big boys, dude. It was the coolest thing ever.
I remember the first party I ever went to. I was 13 years old, and I didn't get crazy drunk, but I was drinking a little bit, and I'm like, dude, this is wild. Like, is this real life? Yeah. And dude, I'm hanging out with like adults.
Yeah, you had different party stories than I did.
Like, one of our cousin, he took me to one of the parties, and they knew his brother, and his brother was like in the military and stuff, and we were sitting there with like mid 20-year-olds, and I'm like, what the hell? And they're like smoking weed. And they're like playing these games, and they're drinking like bushes, and I'm like, "Is this real life? Yeah. Like, what is going on?" And then we start drinking with them, and they're like, "Oh, like yeah, let's go!" And so I'm all feeling like all hyped up, you know?
Yeah, I'm cool.
And then after that, dude, like I don't know, we just partied. Yeah. From like the moment I was like 13 years old and on, and that's why now it's so hard for me, bro, because we'll go out and, Kat and I are like, dude, we've been doing this for years.
Too long.
And that's why it was really tough when we took out Ramon for his 21st.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, I got out a whole other animal in me, dude. Because I was like, I don't ever do this no more.
Ramon's was crazy because I was laughing because I was telling Desiree because Desiree was pregnant, so she didn't go with us. But I was like, I was living my 21st through that. Because I was 21, it was still COVID time, so we couldn't really do much.
Well, you were lame when you were 21st, bro.
But I was. But yeah, but you took me to that freaking ghetto bar that shot people at.
Extra Point and then is dope.
We went to Fuzzy's, and I was like, dude, I can't wait to have a freaking margarita. And then it was like, dude, this is not good because the tequila is burning me, and the margarita is cold. I don't like this. So I look back now, I'm like, it was lame. But also, we still couldn't do nothing because we then went to Black Hawk for my 21st.
Yeah.
And it was really just me, you, Kat, and Dez. Like, nothing really going on.
Jacob was there.
Yeah, Jacob, but they left early. But like, we weren't like partying or anything. We didn't do nothing. Like, we didn't get to. I didn't get to have like that 21st experience to go out. But for Ramon, like, bro, we're going all out for Ramon. Like we always, and the whole talk was we were gonna go to Vegas, which sucked because we didn't. Because freaking my son had to come. And freaking
we had to grow up and
we wanted to take Ramon to Vegas, but we didn't do that. So then you freaking pulled through with that Whiskey Row freaking call service, and that was fun, dude. That was a lot of fun. And I was on a
story on here.
I think so. I think because we told the story about Bobby on the drunk questions.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, but I lived that through him because I was telling Des like, yeah, all night they're like, yo, is Ramon okay? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, am I okay? Like, I'm thinking vibing right now. I'm having a blast.
Well, it was funny because like I got that text message and it was like, you won a free table, and I'm like, damn, this actually works out like pretty good.
Yeah,
we're gonna take out Ramon. So then I hit everyone up, and everyone's like, yeah, let's go. And Ramon, he's just like very like,
I don't know.
Like, I probably won't drink, like, I'm not that kind of guy.
I'm definitely going to put the video of him asleep on this podcast.
You should. And then he's like, I'm not going to drink. Like, I'm not really down to do that. And at first he was kind of being lame. And then we got there. And at first it was kind of, like, weird because I'm, like, sitting there and I'm like, dude, I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope this works. And then, we ordered the bottles. And I walked over and I'm like, hey, my brother's 21st. Like, can you guys bring something out with that? Because they bring out the signs and shit and like that. And then they brought out the no more fake ID.
No more fake ID.
And I'm like, oh, it's on, bro. And they brought out the Casamigos and the Ciroc. And, we went through that Casamigos so like fast. That, dude.
Look at we should have just got 2 bottles of Casamigos. Yeah. That probably would have killed them. That would have made the night a lot fun. Because that Ciroc is just rough, bro.
Well, and see, that's the thing, dude, is like, I'm different from you guys.
You like Ciroc?
I used to love Ciroc.
That's disgusting.
And I like mixing it with like
no Diddy, dog. No Diddy. I don't like
all that. Yeah.
No Diddy.
But dude, I used to there's one time I killed the whole bottle by myself.
That's freaking terrible.
Like
that's terrifying.
It was awesome. And so then we killed that first bottle, and then we're drinking the Ciroc. It's kind of like, you know, and then they were like, yo, like, let's get another tequila bottle. I was like, all right, send me the money first. Send me the Carfax, bro.
And then Ramon's friend was like, we need another one. I'm like, nah, bro, like, we're good. Like, we're hanging out, dude. And then he's like, yeah, I'll throw $100 to that. And I'm like, bro, this bottle's like $600.
I know.
What are you talking about?
So then I end up saying, like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm so annoyed already at this point. I'm like, all right, I'll just order another one. So I order the other one, and they bring it out again. We killed that bottle, dude. We killed that so fast, and there's still a little bit of Ciroc left. And then that's when I was like, you know what, bro?
He's got to do it.
He's got to do it. So then I gave him the bottle, and when I gave him the bottle, we forced him.
Yeah, we forced him.
We forced him, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put this. I put that video on. That was freaking hilarious. He's like, "Oh, Dad." Yeah, because you finished going on with yours, and then we'll talk about.
So in my head, like, I'm gone at this point, and in my head, he only had like that much.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
maybe 2-3 shots.
Hey, everyone,
get your phones out.
Get your phones out. Get your phones out. And they're like, all right. So they bring their phones out, and you know, and I'm like, hey, happy 21st. And he's like, oh, all right. And he gets it, and he chugs it.
He grabs it, and he's like, ah.
Yeah.
And he starts chugging it, dude. Oh,
and
man.
He drank the rest of it. And we're sitting at the table, and he's like, I don't feel good. And then the bar is closing down. So we're like, hey, like, let's go. Like, get everyone out. I'm like, Ramon, let's go. And dude, he just starts throwing up.
Yep.
Like, he's like, and Patrick
sees it.
He sees it and starts grabbing cups.
Yeah.
And dude,
bro, we just
talking about it.
The weird part is he does it, and we just left the table.
Yeah, bro, because I was like, damn, bro, that was rough.
That's what
he starts throwing up in the cups, and Patrick, like, he keeps filling them up, so Patrick keeps bringing a new one. And I'm like, hey, bro, man up. You're embarrassing me right now. Like, let's go.
And you're in it. Like, the Transformers me. You look at me, you're in it. You're right now.
He's like, you want to be part of this? He's like, you're in it now. That's how, dude, I was so frustrated. I think it's just because I was drunk. Like, I understand, like, you know, that is his 21st, and he never drank like that. And that's what's hard, too, is, like, he left us for a while.
Yeah, dude.
We couldn't find him. But that's on me, too, because I'm not a vet, but, like, I've been there before, and that's one of the rules. If you leave, you say something. Like, hey, I'll be right back.
He just walked off.
He just walked off.
There's 2 stories, and he was in the basement with his buddy.
Yeah.
And I told his buddy, and he's like, oh, bro, like, I had a girl ready for him and everything, and he just freaking got all nervous and walked away. That's what he was telling us. What, dude? But, no, that was fun. And then,
and we got there, and we were chilling at first. And then I turned around, and he just
2 girls. And his buddy brought up 2 girls all twerking on him and stuff.
Yeah, they're all twerking on him. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy.
And I was all being like, I'm like, dude, these chicks are vultures, bro. They're trying to take free shots from us.
Dude, I was pissed, bro.
And everyone was like, oh, shots. And I'm like, motherfucker, dude. Yeah. You're not used to 21st. If anyone hasn't asked for shots, I said no. But yeah. But then over time, we didn't tell our parents that night. We told them, yeah, you know, he got a little faded, you know, but nothing too bad. Well, then a week later, like, well, yeah, like, you know, he actually did kind of get a little drunk.
Well, it's because Dad was like, yeah, Ramon said that you forced him.
Yeah.
To drink that bottle. I'm like, no, we didn't force him to do anything.
Because then he's like, he forced him, and I'm like, oh, yeah? Well, let me show you this video. So I recorded the video, and he just grabs it,
he's like, Dad, I tried telling him I didn't want to. Like, I tried telling him, like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, oh, really? Lorenzo, pull up the video.
Ramon's all, Dad's, look, they really forced you, huh? But yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good night though, because I was like, we all got out. I said Desiree couldn't go, but it was like it was the first time all 4 of us ever partied together.
Yeah,
that was legit. And I mean, shoot, way it looks like it might be the last time ever too. We don't know.
Probably, bro. I don't know.
You get every time that you get drunk, And the next year, like, bro, I don't know if I can drink like that ever again.
Dude,
bro.
I was just telling Kat that. I was just telling Kat because I needed her to drive me over here, bro. I was like, I can't drive. I'm still like, even right now, dude, I'm still like,
You want a shot
everywhere. No. I can't even think about it right
now. I got the hell ahead. Let's do a shot.
I'll throw up, bro.
Let's do just chug a. Be like Bobby. You gotta chug a beer to make it feel better.
Nah, bro.
I got Modelo's cold.
Hell no. I need a freaking Baconator
it's
right
like
now.
10:30. Let's drink a beer.
I need a Baconator right now. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was telling Kat. I was like, we were walking out. And I was like, babe, I'm never drinking like this again. she's like, you've told me that like 10 times.
10 times, I know. You do say it a lot. No, but because like, you're good with it for like a month. Like I'll be like, yo, like, hey, let's go out tonight. And you're like, nah, bro, like I'm just not feeling it anymore. I want to do it. And then like it'll be one of those like the most random night out of it all. Bro. Because I'm talking to you and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, oh, and I'm calling you, hey, we're making tacos. And you're like, oh, I have to go to the liquor store. And I'm like, you're going to the Cormays. What are you guys going to the liquor store for? The Cormays.
Well, dude, like back in the day, even like we'd go to the bowling alley.
Yeah.
And we weren't 21 yet. So we would go and we'd bowl a couple times and we'd run out to the car and take some shots, like 3 or 4 shots. And then we go back in and then we bowl and we come back out and take 3 or 4 more shots. And dude, it just...
You guys were definitely budget drinkers. Like y'all bought your own beer and alcohol and then I'm not paying the prices they have there.
Well, no, it's because we weren't 21.
Oh, okay.
I think we were probably like 17. We were probably like 17 years old. And so we had to keep going out, and you know we'd leave like the girls or whatever that we would like go with, and then they were like, "Where are you going?" Oh, we're taking shots. We're like, "You're not giving us shots?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So they come out, and we literally leave the whole freaking like bay that we're on, and then we'd come back, and yeah, dude.
For Danny's wedding, there's no shots allowed at the venue. Well, then at the end of the night, we just start going to Pepe's truck because he's got a cooler. And we're like shotgunning Cayman Jacks and taking shots of mezcal and tequila and stuff. And that dude, I love him. I always say this every time. I love him to death. But Martin will show up and be, oh, bro, I got this mezcal, bro. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And then sometimes, dude, like, that is freaking good, bro. And then sometimes we're like, bro, what the fuck is that, bro? What do you have? And he's like, bro, it's good. Dude, that's rough, man. That's not good. Oh, it's just because you guys don't know it like that. I'm like, bro, alcohol's either good or not, bro. That's rough. And or sometimes they'll show up with like a warm bottle, and I'm like, dude, and that's my thing. I don't like warm alcohol. I like cold. Call me a freaking sissy, but I like cold alcohol. That I put that stuff down. And when it's warm, bro, I remember one time we were at a quinceañera for Pepe's little sister, and we were hanging out, and one of the guys we knew from high school, he's like, "Oh, you want a shot? I'm like, what you got?" And he's like, "Oh, I got, I think like Bacardi or something like that." Oh yeah, let me take a shot, bro. They just pulled it out of his pocket, bro.
Oh.
He pulled like a handle like the size of a freaking house head out of his pocket, and he's like, "Here you go, bro." I'm like, oh. So then I take it, and it was decent, but it was hot. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you're dancing on the floor and stuff or anything. But yeah, that was funny.
I had that when I went downtown one time. They brought a bottle of Jack Daniels, and he put it in his boot because he was cheap.
Yeah.
So when we left Jackson's, we were about to go to what did it used to be called before Whiskey Row? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was Lodo's. Yeah. We're going to go to Lodo's.
I thought Lodo's was the Mexican bar across the street that we went to for my...
No, that was the tavern.
Party. Oh, the tavern.
That was the tavern. We were on our way to Lodo's, and he brings it out, and we're all taking shots, and the dude is so warm.
Ugh.
And I've already been drinking. And so I take a shot. Dude, it was so warm. It just... You feel that settle in your stomach, and it just flips your stomach all the way around, dude. And I just sat there, and we were walking, and I just threw up. Ugh. Like, as I was walking, mid-step, everything. And I was still walking, and I'm just... And I just keep walking. I'm like, oh, I feel a lot better now. And then we went in line, and we partyboarded it. Oh, my God, that was rough. Yeah, I can't do that warm
Denver's wild, bro. Denver's wild. We're getting close to the end, but I had a quick little message from a buddy of ours, mostly a buddy of yours, Dietrich, was like, yo, is he wearing a Falcons jersey? And I was like, he is. And he's like, Bengals, Falcons. Like, I can't keep up with this guy,
dude. All right, how did you know?
Because I took a Snapchat before he started filming.
Oh, did you?
Episode 6 coming here soon.
So this is a Julio Jones jersey, and as you know, I played wide receiver.
Yeah.
When I was in high school and in college, and this is someone that I actually looked up to a lot.
You respect receivers.
I love receivers, and I love he was so good. I have a Julio Jones. I have AJ Green. I have, this is crazy, but Antonio Brown. This is when he was with the Steelers.
Yeah.
It was before the CTE, and he was crazy and all that stuff. I have that George Kittle one that you got me. I don't have a Jamar Chase.
You have an Odell Beckham.
I have an Odell Beckham, which that one's a salute to service.
Yeah, that's sick.
That one's dope.
He's not wearing it now too because he's retired basically. So
yeah, and but yeah, I am wearing a Julio Jones Dietrich because I love this guy. He's a great wide receiver. He almost won a Super Bowl for the Falcons.
If it wasn't for freaking the GOAT.
If it wasn't for Tom Brady, the GOAT, which I have his jersey too because I love Tom Brady. And that sideline catch,
that was
Super
insane.
Bowl,
insane.
That's probably like one of my favorite catches of all time. Like, other than the Odell Beckham one when he caught it one hand and got tugged at the same time, that one on the sideline with the toe tab, it's crazy.
So, because I really want to talk about this just because it was crazy. Since you have the Julio Jones, he went to Alabama. Last night was the Alabama versus Georgia game, which there's some games in the years where I'm like, I need to watch this game. And that's Alabama, Georgia is one of them. Like, I'm not a fan of either one. I guess I'm a little bit of a Bama fan just because they've won so much. When
I like Bama because of Nick Saban.
Yeah. And I'm like, I got to watch this game. Well, freaking Alabama went up 28-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I saw that.
So they went insane. Well, then Georgia starts coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia came back. There's that point. Finally, there's a point where it's 34-33 Georgia. Georgia comes back in the fourth quarter with like 4 minutes left and takes the lead. We're sitting there playing games. I'm like, dude, screw this. Like, I'm gonna watch this game. Alabama has this kid. He was born in 2007.
Yeah, he's 17, right?
He's 17 years old. Look at these stats, bro, because he had the game-winning touchdown. He had a touchdown. I would show you, but I mean, I'll just show you this photo of how he caught this freaking ball.
Oh, wow.
And then he freaking jukes these two defenders and takes it to the house for 75 yards.
Wow.
He's 17 years old. I get his stats up, bro. He had like 175 receiving yards. He had 17 catches, I think. So 177 on 17 catches. And basically won the game for them, bro. He's the baddest dude. So 6 receptions, 177 yards, 1 touchdown. He was averaging 29.5 receptions per freaking catch. Dude, those are the games why I love Alabama, Georgia. I remember you come home, you're running downstairs, like, bro, turn the game on. I'm like, what game? You're like, Alabama, Georgia, they're playing right now in the championship. Put it on.
Yeah.
You're like, Alabama's coming back. I'm like, what? So we put the game on. They take Jalen Hurts out. They put Tua in. And then we watch the whole entire thing at the ending where freaking Tua throws it. I think it was to Devontae Smith, I think. Boom, touchdown. They win it, bro. We're going crazy. And we actually liked Georgia at the time because Jake Fromm was there.
Jake Fromm
was there. Man, dude.
Netflix quarterback thing. That was actually a good one.
That was sick, dude. And then the next year, they go and they meet up in the SEC championship. And same thing. Georgia's ahead. But Tua's playing like crap. They take Tua out, put Jalen Hurts in. Jalen Hurts brings it back. Dude, those are just...
Jalen Hurts is the man, bro.
Man. But yeah, those games...
And I told you that thing about with Kat and Jalen Hurts, right? About Hulu?
No.
Oh my gosh! So, so we're watching YouTube, right? And they have the ads on, and we're sitting there, and Jalen Hurts is being like sponsored pretty much by Hulu, so he's in the commercial, and they have this like banner that goes down, and it's like it says Jalen, and they're like Jalen, and I told Kat, like, she's like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, what? And she's like, well, they have your name on there because, like, this is your account. Like, that's actually pretty cool. And I'm like, no, babe. I'm like, this guy's name is Jalen Hurts. I was like, that's him. And she's like, Oh, that makes sense. She's like, I thought it was because your account and it brought up Jalen. And I was like, oh my gosh.
She just put it off, but yeah, dude. Yeah.
Well, and now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, I could have played with it for like ever, dude. Like, and she probably would be telling everyone like, oh, did you get your like Hulu?
Yeah, it was so cool until she's watching on another account and it's Jalen. She's like, Jalen has this account too. Like, I thought it was my name. Oh man.
Yeah, bro. She's like, oh, that's cool. Like, it has your account on there. But yeah.
Yeah. So, that last night's game that the Alabama Georgia game, that was sick. Texas still undefeated. They beat freaking Mississippi State.
Archie Manning, bro.
Archie Manning, he had some good balls. He had some really good balls. They got a bye next week, and then they have Oklahoma, so that's a good one to watch. I can't wait for that one. But yeah, no, I mean that kind of wraps our weekend. You got anything else?
No, I think so. This week is just us, and then next week we'll have somebody on. It's our cousin.
Yeah.
He is pretty wild.
Yeah.
He's lived a life. So I'm actually really excited to have him on. And he's always listened to the pod. So it's going to be fun to talk about because I know him not like the best, but I know him pretty well because we used to work together when we used to work in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear some of his stories, and dude, he used to be crazy, bro. So I'm pretty excited to have him on. And then after that, I'm hoping to get some other people on, talking to them about it. So it'll be pretty good in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Let us know too. Like we said, drop any. We've been getting some more comments. Like I said, we're averaging about 100 views per video, which is big for us. We keep saying that.
No.
But drop comments and drop questions in the comments. Any questions you guys got? Any topics you want us to talk about? We'll let you guys know. I thought maybe if we could figure something out and do like a live call-in. Like, because I know Jimmy watches the podcast, Patrick's friend Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I'd maybe call him up and FaceTime. We could FaceTime him off the TV. They won't see him, but we'll see him. We could talk to him a little bit and kind of see what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that'd be something cool to do. And then also the drink games give me an idea. If we could do a Boys Only Podcast Beer Olympics, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun, dude.
If anybody would want to be part of that Beer Olympics, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me, Lorenzo know, and we can set it up. And that'd be really fun.
It'd be fun. So thank you guys for watching 6th episode of Boys Only Podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.